Hey guys, what's up? It's AppleCritics from AppleCritics.com. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the latest and greatest iPadOS 15, which was just announced today, but because I am a developer and it was WWDC, I was able to get my hands on iPadOS 15 Beta 1. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So first off, if we take a look at the home screen, you can tell that I'm running iPadOS 15 because on iPadOS 14, you simply cannot do this. And by that, I mean that the widgets are much bigger now, and the widgets are not only on the sides anymore, and then you have the main home screen. You can place the widgets anywhere now. So that is a new feature for iPadOS 15. And because of the large canvas of the iPad, you can now have much bigger widgets as well. So that is definitely a nice feature, and it is duly noted. So what we can do is go into the edit feature, and we can just add some more widgets. So once we hit the plus sign, you can see that we have all these widgets right here. So these widgets are just a grand assortment of all the apps that we have on our device. So we can see that we have the music widget, the podcast widget, the notes widget, the latest Apple News, the Audible widget, also the Shazam widget, and much more. So I really do like the layout of the widgets, and you can just choose any one of these widgets and it will give you a lot of relevant and pertinent information. And then you can see that I have the suggestions over there and can take a look at all the other widgets as well. So what we can do is just choose one of these widgets. So let's say, for example, the dictionary widget. And now you can see how big the actual widget is, and you can just add the widget. So you can see that the widgets are now implemented within the apps now. I'd also like to turn your attention to the bottom of the device. So if we take a look at it right there, you can see that the dock is there, and we have the app library implemented within the dock. So if we tap on the app library, you can see we have our app library right here. So we have all of our apps automatically categorized, and it looks really, really good overall. And this is definitely a new feature. Now, another way to access app library. And now you can see that we have the app library right there. Now, another way to access the app library is just keep swiping all the way to the right. And then you can see the app library will just pop up there. And it's just like on iOS, where you have all the automatic folders and everything for all your apps. And it's a very good feature, and it's nice to see that it's finally on the iPad. Now, when it comes to multitasking, what we can do is go ahead and access it. So we can go into the App Store and let the App Store load up. And now if we turn our attention to the very top of the App Store, you can see that there's going to be 3 dots. So we can just simply tap on those 3 dots. And it allows us to multitask within any app. So you can see that you have the normal view, the split view, and the other side panel view. Now, once you tap on the middle one, it will put the side panel over to the right. So you can do that again. So you can go back into the App Store, tap on the 3 dots, and then tap on the side panel. And now you can see where it went. So it's right here. So you could easily swipe and go into it. Now you can go into an app like the clock, for example. And now this is what it looks like once we have the multi-window support for the multitasking. So you can see that we have the clock widget on the left and then the multi-window support. And then you can also tap on the 3 dots. And then you can also put the clock to the side as well with the multitasking. We can go back into it, and then we can just see how this multitasking is slightly different. Now what we can do is just go into the existing. And now what I can do is just simply swipe up from the bottom, and we can go into the basic multitasking. And with this multitasking that we're so accommodated and used to, so with this multitasking, we can long press on one and put it together like this. So now it's going to be a split level. So we have the speed test and the clock widget all in one, and you can see what it looks like. So you can take a closer look. So it shows speed test and the clock widget right there. So it's really simple in that way. And now I can see they have the 2 combined, so you can press OK. So you can even start a timer right now, get it going, and we can also do a speed test as well. So that is just simply genius. So you can see that it is working, and if I was to press go, it would go ahead and start the speed test. So that is just an example of the new multitasking. Now, going into the Notes app, it's also revamped, so it allows you to collaborate with people in the Notes app, so you can have the a symbol and then type in someone's name to mention them, they'll get a notification. We can also use hashtags and notes as well. So that's really good. And it just has an activities tab. So it's a lot more similar to Google Docs because Apple knows that the Notes app is a success because of the iCloud implementation. You can write a note on your phone. It'll go on your computer's iCloud Note app and also on your iPad as well. So that is why it is so successful right now. Now, another feature is if we have the Apple Pencil, we can just start typing in the bottom right here, and then the note will come up. And it will just be a way to access the quick notes within any app, within any home screen, wherever. You don't just have to be the Notes app to activate the notes. You can just go anywhere with the Apple Pencil, go in the bottom right of the app, and the note will begin. You can also do that on Safari, and then it'll remember that page and be able to bring up that particular note that you took about that particular web page. It's just very, very good, and it's very polished to say the least. Now, a new app on this side of my iPad would have to be the Translate app. So this is Apple Translate's app. It's Apple's answer to the Google Translate app. Even though Google had a massive head start in the development of Google Translate, it's Apple's way to get some of that market and just keep it in the Apple ecosystem, of course. So this is what the Translate app allows you to do. You have the auto translate, and you can easily just integrate it into your daily lifestyle. Now, Apple also announced the Swift Playgrounds app, which allows you to code on iPad. So it allows you to build apps and on the iPad and publish the apps as well. So that's one of the most pro features. Now, the unfortunate thing about the overall iPadOS 15 is that there's no secondary display to support. There's no real change in multitasking. It's only mainly a home screen revamp. So that's just one thing. That's the main thing about this iPadOS 15. Home screen revamp and an infinite dock and app library and a few other small cosmetic changes is what you'll find in the iPadOS 15. Now, in the new widgets that you do get a Find My widget. You also get a new parcel widget, so you can see how far your package is when you order something online. But other than that, that's the main thing for this iPadOS 15. There also is some new keyboard shortcuts and overall integration, but even with the newest iPad that has the M1 chip, there's no real pro features or spectacular features that it is capable of that Apple actually integrates and takes use of. So that is something to look for in iPadOS 15. Once again, it is only beta 1. It was just announced today, and there is some time between now and the fall of this year for Apple to implement and integrate some new features that consider the iPadOS 15 groundbreaking. So hopefully you thoroughly enjoyed this video on iPadOS 15. If you did, be sure to smash that like button down below. Be sure to check out all the videos on my channel. Be sure to follow me on social media. My username is AppleCritics on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And be sure to subscribe for more great content. And thanks for watching.